Hey guys, what is up? It's me, Croft Studios here, and I'm here with an awesome top 5 video, and I'm here to showcase my top 5, this is my personal opinion, top 5 Ninjago vehicles that LEGO should have made into sets. Now, some of these they were planning on making, I think at least 1 or 2 of these they were planning on making a set, but they just never got past the development stage of the design. So we're going to take a look at these. I have made all of these into customs. If you guys didn't know, all of the ones I chose are ones that I made, and I did that deliberately because they're ones that I found important, and that's why I built them in the first place. So we're going to get straight into number 5. So moving on to number 5, we have Clouse's Mech right here, and I have created a mock of this. I will have the links of all the mocks in the description because I have made a mock of every one of these choices, and I picked Clouse's Mech at number 5, and I thought this was an awesome type of vehicle, type of machine that Clouse used. It's not really a vehicle of sorts, it's more or less just like a giant mech, but I kind of consider it a vehicle since it does have controls on the inside and stuff like that. And I thought this would have been such an awesome set to have because it would be so fun to play with. And my brother and I reconstructed it using our mock, and we thought it was an important vehicle in the show, and I think it would have been really cool and fun for kids to play with because of the use of the arms. There's 4 of them on this one mech. It's just giant and beefy, so they could have made something really cool out of this, and I'm surprised they didn't, but it would have been really cool to get a set out of this, so surprised they didn't, but we'll move on to number 4. Moving on to number 4, we have Ed and Edna's car. And this is an awesome vehicle from the show. It's actually a pretty important vehicle because it's used in a lot of the Snakes episodes, and even further into the season, it's used in Ninjago Run, if you remember that episode. That was a really cool episode when all the major vehicles, like even a skeleton vehicle made its way in there, and they all did like a giant race. And Ed and Edna are prominent role figures that really weren't made until recently. I'm not sure if they were actually made in sets, but I've seen official minifigures that they posted. This is my custom vehicle right here because I didn't have a great picture of it online. But I think they should have made this because it was a really important vehicle to the show. It was used for transportation a lot of times. And I thought it was a cool vehicle, so I decided to make it in my own mock. Like I said, that description will be down below, and you can get the link to that mock as well. So I think they definitely should have made this vehicle. I thought it was really cool and unique and an interesting story arc vehicle. Coming in at number 3, we have the Black Bounty. And this is an awesome vehicle. If you guys remember, this is basically the Destiny's Bounty. It's just an evil version of it. And I'm not surprised that they didn't make this a set just because it's such a giant model. And they already had the Destiny's Bounty as a set, and you could just replace some of the colors. But I still think this would have been such a cool set to get because you could include a lot of different features, a lot of different interior designs and stuff like that to the inside of the Destiny's Bounty. And it would have been really cool to get a nice cloth piece for that top of the ship right there, if you can see that. And there's also that really cool dragon head. We might have been able to get a nice brick build for that on the front. And it was also in the show a lot when Garmadon convinced the snakes to come back and stuff like that. And it was just a cool vehicle in the show. It was also used in the Ninjago Run episode when he was trying to defeat the ninjas to get the prize money, if you guys remember that episode. So I think this would have been a really cool vehicle to get. But unfortunately, we didn't get it in a set. And like I said, I did make this one as well. Moving on to number 2, we have Chen Steamboat, and this is by far the most interesting looking vehicle out of the whole Ninjago series, in my opinion. I honestly loved the look of this vehicle when I first saw it in the show, and I just thought it was so cool looking, and I immediately wanted to build it right when I saw it. And I'm really surprised they didn't make this. They could have made a giant set with like a lot of elemental fighters, and people would have bought it just for the elemental fighters, honestly. But the ship is just so cool looking. I know it didn't do a ton in the show, but I thought it would have been a really cool set for like older builders and stuff like that. I just think the actual Steamboat is just a unique vehicle in general. It was used by like the Japanese Empire and a lot of empires back in the day, a really long time ago. And I think it's a really cool vehicle in general. And I think that LEGO definitely should have made this a set, and that's why I made it a mock as well. That one actually got a lot of views on my channel. A lot of people really like the Chen Steamboat. So I think they definitely should have made this a set. They could have included some exclusive minifigures and stuff like that. So I definitely think they should have made this. Unfortunately, they did not. So let's move on to number 1. Alright, so moving on to number 1, and this is actually the set that I was talking about And this is the snake train. This is the Lego set that they actually were making, but they just never made it. And honestly, the set that they were making is just not accurate to the show at all. If you can see the image right here, it's more of like just an actual train. And the show is more like a tour bus with a lot of actual individual cars hooked onto the back to make it look like a train. And it would have been cool to get this set, but honestly, it doesn't have the same feel as like the actual snake train from the show. That vehicle is just so fun to watch, and everybody wanted to see that as a set. Unfortunately, this one never made it past the design stages, and you can see this is the preliminary picture that they came out with originally, but the set never came out. And that's why I did make it as well. I definitely wanted to make this one. I actually made two versions of this one, including a second version with a third car in the middle. And I thought this vehicle should have been made. It's one of my favorites ever. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for my top 5 Ninjago vehicles that LEGO should have made. I hope you enjoyed the video. I like making these list videos. Tell me if you want me to make more of them. I can make any type of them for any series. Honestly, I'm going to mostly do Ninjago ones because I think that's what interests me right now, and I think those are really cool lists to make because they definitely should have made all of these vehicles into at least a set. They're really cool vehicles, unique, all of them in its own way. And I definitely, obviously I made all these into MOCs, and I have those videos in the description below. So definitely go and check out those MOCs that I made if you guys are interested in these actual models. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a great time making this one, and I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.